Okay, welcome back to the training. All right, so the next part of the training, it's majorly where you have to do your strategy and your planning, right? This is what you will not find on YouTube. You're not going to find this on Google. You're not going to find this anywhere, because people, of course, would not tell all of these details that I'm going to tell you here today. So good that you're here. Sit back, relax, and follow me as I will be teaching you. So the next part of this training is majorly strategy and planning, right? I know a lot of people, a couple of people build websites without planning, right? So they just come up with a website and think that, oh, okay, that's good. But just like in any case, right? Whatever you want to do and you want to achieve it, and you whatever goal you have and you want to achieve it and exceed it, right? You need to strategize and you need to plan, right? So you're not going to leave a web design out of it, or because you just think that it's a simple web design. Okay, so what is strategy and planning? Strategy and planning about website basically talks about how to reach your goal for a particular website. Okay, what is your goal? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve for a particular website? So when you're building a website, you need to have the goal in mind, right? Let's say for instance, because I'm talking to people in two categories. Category one are the people who probably want to use this skill, for their own business, or they want to use it in their own company. Category two, are the people who probably want to use this training or video for their own benefit, right? Maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, or you want to be a freelancer, or you want to just do something, on your own individually, right? So I'm going to speak to both ends, right? So you need to just follow me. Okay, so one of the part that you would have to really get and understand is, when it comes to strategy and planning, is to first know the things that you need to do, right? What are the things that are required of you, right? So let's say, for instance, the kind of website you want to build, it's an e-commerce website for say food store, right? Maybe they sell food, and then you want to have an e-commerce presence for that kind of website, right? It is imperative that you now do a strategy and planning based on that data that you have, which is, you already know that you want to do, you want to build something for food and whatever, right? So the first place you now go to, right, is now Google, right? Google is the powerful tool that does the magic. Okay, your own responsibility and your own role right now is to go to Google, tell Google what you want to achieve, right? And that's why you need to be very careful about everything that you do on Google, right? So here I am going to just close the tab because I don't need it right now. So I'm just going to take you through a very simple step, right? Once you understand this step, you would not have any problem designing any kind of website, right? So first thing first is open a new tab and then type something like top 10 food e-commerce websites. Okay, so now we've typed top 10 food e-commerce websites, right? But then you now need to localize it, right? You need to add a location, right? So if the website you want to do is domicile in Nigeria, you need to put a Nigeria keyword there. If you're watching from India, if you're watching from Angola, if you're watching from Asia, if you're watching from UK, US, wherever you're watching from, right? You need to put that there. So I'm going to use in Nigeria because I want to build a website, a food website in Nigeria. So I'm trying to, kind of expand my creativity to see all of the websites around food e-commerce that are available, right? And that's also what you want to do, in strategy and planning for your website. So I'll open that. Okay, so it's loading. So whatever results we now find there, right, we're going to base all of the things we want to do, right, on the results we find, right? So one of the first search results that we're seeing is Jumia Nigeria, Conga, Paypot, VConnect Nigeria, Kara, Print Eagle Store, GG Nigeria, Obiwezi, and all that. right? But that's not, that's exactly what we need, right? So we're just going to open this content and see what is inside, so that we can research each and every one of the website and see how the website looks like, right? So when we understand how the website look like, that can guide our creativity, right? So we even want to know, is there a website, can you develop a food e-commerce website with just a WordPress, right? So we're just going to see that right now. I want you to just listen attentively and follow me, right? So the number one that is listed on the list, as you all know, is already Jumia, right? If you open Jumia, but then Jumia is a food, is a food e-commerce store. I agree, but the kind of result I want is not on Jumia. But then we're going to check because you are doing your research, right? And because you're doing your research, no results, no research is a waste of your time, right? So let's even see what Jumia has, right? So I right click, and then I just open a new tab, right? So that was what I did. So let's see what Jumia has, and let's see if there is something we can pick from Jumia. Okay, so it's still loading. Whilst it's loading, let's go to the next result so that we don't delay this further. So we have Konga. Konga is just the same as Jumia, really. They're just close competitors, right? And then we can see the screenshot even from the results we're seeing here, right? So but what they're showing me here is not a food. It's not a food e-commerce store, right? Because if you look at this place, what you will see is the top 10 e-commerce websites for online shopping in Nigeria, right? That's what I'm seeing. So we have VConnect, right? So I'm looking for the one that actually deals with food, right? So we have kara.com.ng, then we have Prentivo, then we have Gigi, then we have Obiwezi. They mostly sell the same thing. And we have Snap. Maybe we should change that keyword from food to maybe we'll say clothing accessories, right? So we can now get that result. Okay. But whatever keyword you use, Google is definitely going to give you that result without a waste of your time, right? So, question you want to ask yourself is, what are the things on this website that you can pick from, right? Do you love the website? Does it look well? Do you want your own website to look like this? What are the additional features you can add from your own end? And these are the things you need to ask yourself to be able to get the kind of result that you want, right? So I'm scrolling down now, and of course, I'm seeing certain result. But I'm not satisfied with what I'm seeing here, right? So because I'm not satisfied, I am going to close the tab, right? But the idea of this really research and strategy in web design, right? You do not have to go overboard. You don't have to go out of the normal to know how to do strategy and planning, right? So after you do all of this research, you now begin to take your pen and your paper or your notepad, right? Your notepad is on your laptop, right? So search, just go by the lower left side of your system or your laptop or whatever you're watching with, and then search there. Just search there and see you want to use your notepad. Of course, we all know what a notepad is, right? Then you start jotting out all of the features that you found on the website. You want your own website to look like this? Are you going to design something on Canva that looks like this? Are you going to do anything that looks like this? Right? So all of these things are things you now need to ask yourself and be sure you answer very, very well. Okay. So that's one of the things you would have to do. Okay. What else? So we've checked Konga, as well. It's not really about checking multiple websites. The idea around strategy and planning is to be able to go on Google, search websites that are related to the kind of niche you want to create a website for, and develop the kind of website they want. Right? I'm going to show you certain tools right now so that you can also know these tools and apply them whenever you want to create your own website. Okay, so let's go to let's one of these search results that we have found. Okay, um, let's see. So maybe we want to choose the result showed us Konga, it showed us Jumia, it showed us Kara, it showed us Printimo, it showed us VConnect, it showed us Payporte. So let's say we want to choose Cross Snap. I'm not sure the website is here. But let's just copy this and then okay, I can see it now. So this is actually hyperlinked, right? So hyperlink basically talks about how you can make a particular text as a link, right? In programming you call it the anchor tag, right? But here, because we want to simplify all the times, we're going to limit the break down the wordings for you in such a way that you won't have any issues at all, right? So we're going to do cost snap. So I will open this in a new tab so you can see that. So it's loading, right? It's loading. All right. So CurseSnap Nigeria, free online marketplace to buy and sell in Nigeria. Okay. All right. So let's see what they've got. Now that's really not what I want to show you. So what I want to show you is, how do you know if a website is actually built with WordPress? Right? There are various ways to know. Right? There are thousands of ways to know. But I'm just going to limit it to just three. Right? So that this doesn't become um, um, an extensive model, right? So we're gonna copy the CoSnap URL. You copy the CoSnap URL, and then you begin to use that. You use that for what you want to use it for. Okay. So what we would do is to copy, because like I said, you copy it and then you now open a new tab after you're done copying it, and then you use that new tab to check if the website, from the link I'm going to share with you now, you check if the website was actually developed with a WordPress CMS, or maybe it was developed from scratch, right? So this would help you. This thing I want to show you will help you understand all of this, right? So the platform is called CMS Detect, right? So guys, keep this and record it, of course. All of this will be added for you so that you can use it. Excuse me. I want to take a little water. So you can see what this platform does to you or does for you. Thank you for waiting. I had to take a little water because I was constipating. Okay, so what this platform does for you is, when you post the URL here, right? You paste the URL here, then you now click this detect CMS, right? So if it's not built with a WordPress website, you're going to know. If it's built with a WordPress website, you're also going to know, right? Your role, however, what this tool will do to you or do for you is to unveil to you what CMS this website is actually using, right? So as you can see, it's already loading, right? And I told you I was going to show you three ways, right? So it's telling us now that this website was built using Next.js, right? Next.js. So you want to search what that means on Google, right? But that's not really what you want. So if a website is developed with a Next.js, um, 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 not WordPress, then you don't need that, right? What you need is a website that is actually developed on WordPress, right? So can you go back to the result that you saw? Close out this because we don't need it any longer. Go back to the result that you saw and then go and search for Printable, and let's see if Printable was actually built with a WordPress website. And if it is not, then we now have to find out what exactly was built with. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. So we're gonna do what we're gonna do. Okay, so it's loading. Just wait till we have the results out. Okay, so as usual, copy this and then go paste it in the link box that you have here. So what you want is a WordPress website. Okay, I think the internet is crappy, so just give it a sec so we can solve that. So let's see. Let's see that. Delete out this extension. You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Okay, I don't know why it's not going right. So basically for strategy and planning, that's just basically what you have to do, right? Go on the go. It's simple. Go on Google, search a similar website you want to build, copy the link, paste it on CMS dictate, and know the kind of CMS they use, know the kind of functionalities they have on the website, and begin to apply it to your own new website, which we're going to treat in the next module, right? So this module was meant to cover majorly. We've covered the intro. Now we've covered the strategy and the planning. Now we want to go straight into developing your website proper. These are just like preambles to what we want to learn in web design. Okay. Thank you for joining and see you in the next class.